You can. So hello, welcome, good morning. My name is Carla Serling. She's Sabrina Smuts, and back there is Catalina Pozo. Hi. We are from the club Doggie House Junior in Carroll Morning School. Doggie House Junior is a part of Doggie House, an organization in Dominican Republic. They began in May 2009, and they're a nonprofit organization who rescues stray dogs and provide them with health care and a loving home. Their co-founders are Carla Lama and Jorge Martinez. Carla was here last time, but sadly today she couldn't make it. Then you have Doggie House Jr., who we created, me and Catalina. We are part of Doggie House. We educate children on the importance of animal wellness, and we also volunteer on any Doggie House activities. We began in August 2012 with Miss Yema, who you guys will meet in one of the expert panels today. One of Doggie House's major accomplishments was the Ley de Protección Animal. They made it happen in August 2012. And if you're caught mistreating a dog or an animal, you can get 3 months to 3 years in jail. These are the most inspiring rescues of Doggie House. Doggie House has Abby, which you can see here. She is a 3-legged dog. She was found when she was little with a pack with her brothers and sisters. And when Abby was found, we saw that she was walking with one of her hind legs, which she didn't move. She just walked without it. When we took her to the doctor, they said that they had to amputate it. So they did, and it took 1 year for Abby to recover. And right now she's happy and loving and caring. And now you see her running around with just 3 legs, and it's amazing seeing her running around. Then you have Tinky, who was found inside a plastic bag, closed shut with a knot, with her sister next to a trash bag. Tinky, what's so inspiring about her is the fact that 2 years ago, when she was found, she would never get close to people. You could see that she was traumatized. Every time we went to the shelter, literally she would run to a corner, as you can see here, and she would stay there. She would not let you touch her. She would not let you get near her. But as the years have gone by, Tinky has let herself, like she's opened up to people. Now when we go to the shelter, Tinky comes running to us. She jumps at us. It's amazing seeing her change. Then you have Rosita Milagrosa, who's a pit bull. She was sadly found in a parking lot in the sun without food and without water, with a collar tied to her neck. She was tied to a pole. And as you can see in the picture, she is really dehydrated. You can see her bones. Even so that one of her hind legs, like Abby, was literally, when you hold her, her bone would get out of her skin. It was incredible seeing her in such a bad situation. Her name is Milagrosa because her story is a miracle. The fact that we found her in time and we took her to the vet, she got healthier. It was amazing, the change she did. But the sad part of her story is that when they amputated her hind leg, she died in the process. But right now, we take her story as one of the most inspiring ones. We use her as an example. So, then working with an organization. We have many challenges and many benefits. Some of the challenges, what? Sorry. Hay que tirar foto. Okay, we'll take it in the end. Okay. Exactly, later. No, don't worry. Okay. So the challenges are we have to work with their schedule. It's not like we can just call them and go like, oh, we want to go to the shelter, or oh, we want to make this such activity. We have to work with their plan. We have to work with their time management and all that. But at the same time, you have many advantages, such as the fact that we didn't start from zero. We started with a base. So what we did, we began going to their activities, and from going to their activities, people got to know us. So people got to know about our group quicker than any other club would. So that would be a very good answer. Then we have our video, which you guys saw in the film festival. That's Abby, as you can see. And wait, what's her name? Dinky.
Doggie is a non-profit organization run by a group of passionate animal lovers in the Dominican Republic. Doggie Jr. is a group of teenagers who share a morning school focused on educating kids on animal rights.
By encouraging others to join the change, Doggie contributes to the community by rescuing homeless dogs and providing them with health care and a loving home. So this is Abby, who's running around.
Aquí todos mirada.
So the story, I'm going to tell you about the story of Nikki. Nikki was found by the founder, Carla Lama, in a highway. She was starving, she was very thirsty, but what captured Carla's mind and heart was the fact that Nikki was super loving. She ran towards her. She was just a 3-month-old puppy. And after seeing her, Carla decided to take her in to her home, not to the shelter, and train her so she could become Doggie House's mascot. And you would say, what do you mean by mascot? Well, Carla does many charlas, many speeches that she goes to schools, and mainly elementary schools, where she teaches elementary school students about the importance of treating your dogs and your pets well, and how you should treat them. So as you can see, she's super friendly.
One of the major issues with street dogs is the spread of rabies, and since there's over 2 million street dogs around in the world, we can all agree that it can become a potential problem. In fact, 55,000 people die every year from dog bites. And an interesting fact is that one unaltered female dog and a puppy can produce 67,000 puppies in only 6 years, and one unaltered female cat and her offspring can produce 370,000 kittens in just 7 years. Here, specifically in the Dominican Republic, we do suffer from rabies, such as in Ocoa and San Cristobal. What was interesting in San Cristobal is that the rabies came from ferrets and they were transferred to dogs and then to humans. Now I'm going to talk about street dogs around the world. Most of you know that the Winter Olympics was held in Russia, but they had a situation where there were over 4,000 homeless dogs roaming around the streets. The government solution to this problem was to hire a private company called Vacío Services to shoot and kill them. And the owner of the company said, let's call these things by their real name. These dogs are biological trash. But luckily, a Russian billionaire named Oleg and other animal activists were able to quickly fund dog shelters where they captured dogs and took care of them and were able to put them up for adoption. And in the US and in other first world countries, a dog is usually captured and put in public kennels. However, in developing countries, things are done a bit differently, such as in Chile, one can file a complaint to the Forestry Corporation where they are captured and killed. The solution to killing, the killing is a solution aimed more at the effects and not at the cause of overpopulation. The only real and moral way to reduce the population is to spay or neuter the dogs. The 600 Million Dog Project is currently working on an animal birth control through food. And this is still an ongoing clinical trial and hasn't ended yet. But imagine, just by giving dogs or cats this special food, they are still for life, impacting the huge population of street dogs and cats. But right now, however, organizations like SPCA, WSPCA, and even Doggie House are doing what we can to reduce the population through sterilization and providing love and caring homes for them. And this is just a visual of what I was saying before, how one puppy and her offspring can produce so many in just a couple of years.
Okay, So, gasolina. Now you might ask yourself how it connects to the global issues. Well, first, in education, we have the Actividad Galería 360. Galería 360 is a mall here, and Doggie House goes 2 Saturdays a month. They have puppies for adoption and a table. They sell merchandise, and while they're at it, they educate the people about the dogs, why they need to be adopted, why they need donations, and why they need for you to spread the word. And that way, we educate the public and everyone else so they can educate their friends and family about the cost and why it's so important to help them. Then, in terms of infectious disease, there's a rabies and scabies here, and we tell them about it and what it can cause and vaccinations, how you can get it to yourself and your dogs, so that it doesn't spread. So the accomplishments. Since Doggie House Jr. started, we made a Facebook page that has over 339 likes.
Go like us.
Like us, yeah. And Doggie House also, which has 57,168 likes, and it's used for the same purpose. Inform about dogs that are up for adoption, any activities, and like stories about dogs being heroes around the world, and etc. Okay, so I mentioned the Actividad Galería 360 already, where we go about 5 times for a few hours, and then there's also the Family Fun Day we do here at school, which is a spring fest, and we do activities such as like petting zoo, doggy fashion shows. There's also adoptions, and that way the kids and families can interact with the pets and hopefully adopt one right there. You can adopt it right there. Okay, so we also did promo rockets, which is that members of Doggie House Jr. worked at Johnny Rockets for a day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. They were servers, and the money raised, which we raised past time 21,000, we divided it in half and gave half to Doggie House for anything they needed in the shelter, like food and medical bills, and then the other half went to Doggie House Jr. to keep on doing more activities, and for the dogs, and to donate more things to Doggie House. Then there's a shelter. We do trips about 6 times. We've done it 6 times for 4 or more hours. We go there and we bathe them, we walk them, we give them food, and we play with them, and we give them the unconditional love that they don't get right before they adopt them. And it takes a long time sometimes for the process, so they need that love. And then our biggest accomplishment for Doggie House Jr. would be the dogs and cats that we've rescued. We've rescued 4 dogs. There's Ollie and Shibby, which were rescued by Doggie House Jr. members. We paid their medical bills, and we got them all ready to be adopted. They were both adopted pretty fast. They're in loving and caring homes. And then there's Chocolate and Toby, which sadly, due to health troubles, complications, they passed away. And then there's Garfield, Lily, and Manchitas, which is where there's 2 are sisters. Then this one was like older. We took care of them also, the medical bills, and also they were clean because they were like pretty bad state. And then we gave them to loving and caring homes. And now they're happy.
So what are future holds? Right now, our goal this year, like this school year, is to get other schools to have Doggie House in their school program. So we sent in emails, and we got replies from Babeque and San Michael, who are interested to meet with us and to learn more about our project and to add it for next year. Also, I learned during this conference that the Ashton School is also interested because one of their members is in GIM, and she came up to me wondering how she could add Doggie House Jr. to their school. So I found that very interesting. Then the sustainability of Doggie House Jr. Next year, we're going to be seniors. So we are, like our goal would be to mentor 9th graders and 10th graders one from each class, and get them prepared to take over Doggy House Junior. This would mean that they would get a good relationship with Carla Lama, and also they would get to know what we do, the activities, how we work, how we get people and students to get interested in our clubs. And also, when we graduate, we plan on having Skype conferences and still communicating with them throughout the process. Then this. Is there anyone from Mexico here? So I think all of you guys know about Mascota. It's a pet store, and they help adoptions. And we found this video, and it is unbelievably cute. It's amazing, and we felt like we wanted to show you guys. So. It's called Ownerless Dogs. Their collar says adopt me. And every dog would like to have it.
Okay, so since we lost the picture, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna retake it, and we're gonna give you the paper so you can write your pledge in the back, which I'm gonna show you. She's gonna explain more about it. Then we're gonna print them, and if they're not done by the end, we'll find you and we'll give it to you.
So if you can, we're gonna give you the paper, and in the back you're gonna write the activity. And please write your name and your school, so if we don't get them on time, we can find you.
We can give it to your advisor so we can give it to you.
You're gonna give them we're gonna print the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to write their name.
Por eso, their names and their schools. So the activity, you're gonna make a pledge to Doggy House Junior. The pledge consists on what will I do when I get back home in order to help the cause. So last time, because we did this workshop on Thursday, many people had, well, I'm gonna visit my shelter. I'm gonna donate. So those are just some ideas. So do any of you guys have any questions you would like to answer?
When you rescue Doggy House, or like, do you have a home for the Doggy House?
We have no. We've tried to get a shelter, but it's really expensive. So what we do is Doggy House's shelter. They have a little area where we keep our dogs. Yeah, but after we get them, the first thing we do is we take them to the vet to get vaccinated and cleaned up and all before we take them to the shelter. Any other questions? She's trained, by the way. You can literally you can pet her. It's okay. Because some people are scared of her. And the question everyone asks, she is not a golden retriever or a breed. She's a pirata, which it's a Dominican slang word. Pirata means you are not just one race, you are interbreeding.
Okay.
Any other questions? No,
No.
Guys, take one, ask them.
Really?
Don't break the little corners.
She has like
You can take the papers. They have
Sure,
when
you're
you're ready.
Inside the two little corners,
little
but don't
things
break them.
that break, don't break it. Just write it inside the
Inside the two corners, but don't break it.
Yeah,
On the back, not on the shiny side, on the back.
Okay? Right in the part that says Canada. Not in the front part, the back part. And inside the margins of the
Yeah, we have some pencils. So. Yeah. They're gonna pass you over them.
Who doesn't have anything to write?
Ponle la cámara. Catalina, ponle la cámara. Levántala.
No. So you guys know concerns, questions, any comments?
Todo bien.
Because apparently we ended very good. That's true. Sneaky.
¿Cuántos dictadores tiene?
Oh, by the way, fun fact. We rescued, Doggie has rescued more than 500 dogs since 2012. Digo, 12.
any more pens needed.
Another thing to keep this going. We have a physical education teacher who found 5 puppies. They're not puppies, but they are considered months old. They are huge. But they were found alone without a mom in the park. That's right there, Mirador. And she contacted us because that's something else we do. We take in any dog that, like, if you find a dog and you cannot take it in, we happily take her. So she found it, and right now they're being neutered because that's something else we like to do. Before we give them up for adoption, we neuter them and we spay them, so they don't reproduce. Anybody else needs this? Yeah.
Why do you
Because we believe that if you neuter them, like, so they don't reproduce. So, because we have been having problems before, not now, because we changed the method. Some people took in homeless dogs, and they would just, after they grew and got bigger, they would put them in the streets, so it would affect them. So now we neuter them, and it's all about not reproducing and not causing a bigger problem than it is now. Because we have a lot of street dogs.
If you're done.
Any other questions? If you can, like, remember to write your name and your school, please. Do you mind if I read some of yours? Can I read them? So, we're not saying the name. But someone said, I pledge to try and help every dog or cat or any other animal I see on the street. Whoever wrote that.
Can you read them in front of the screen so you
Ah, yes, sorry. Another one is, I pledge to donate to animal organizations. I pledge to donate money. This is a very long one. Whoever wrote it, please allow me. Maria Jose. So, I will find out how I can get involved with Doggie House Jr. I will volunteer at the local shelter and help spread the word about Doggie House Jr. Oh my God, that's so cute. I will also, when I move, I will try to get my new school involved with the local shelter and uniting with Doggie House Jr. You live here? Which school do you go to? Alright, wait, you're moving one. Oh, yeah, that's where you're. Then you can just.
Yeah.
You can get it set up. If you want a pen, or you can grab it.
Dame uno de los pledges para tirarme una foto.
Sí, vamos a ir la foto. Pero, let's take a picture now. So,
Oh, let's go.
Catalina, cuenta.
Tira la conversación.
Sí, tira la conversación.
Oh, Jackie. Did you make your name? Any other pledges out there? I got Nikki. If you want any
Hacemos con la cámara ahora.
we have time.
We blinded. We blinded. Sí,
Group one. We gotta get really close. I don't know.
Recuerdo que se súper emocionada estar acá.
No, smile.
Ya,
Thank you. If you want any alone pictures with her, go ahead. Ven, Nikki. You want a picture?
¿Quieres zoom in?
Ah, you can take the pamphlets, by the way, they're yours too. And now that we have time and I can like see if you